Good day and welcome to Prep 2024. I'm going to be leading you through the presentation for Prep. These are the teachers we have this year. So in Prep A, we've got myself, Mrs. A, and Mrs. Luxton. And in Prep B, we have Mrs. L and Mrs. Hartley. So those are your teachers for Prep A and Prep B. Why Calvary? We know that curriculum content matters, skills development matters more, but we also know that what matters most is the formation of character and faith. And at Calvary, we want to build your child's character and faith above all. Right, so the unit overview, I'm going to quickly go through the unit overview for this term with you. So this is our inquiry-based unit. So our unit is on identity for this term. We are going to look at the identity of people in the class. So an email will go out with all the information, but we will have a chatterbox task where your child will be asked to bring a box with objects inside. There will be about 4 different criteria of which objects they need to bring in, and we'll be looking, and they'll be sharing that with the class, and that'll form part of their chatterbox task. We will also be looking at sometimes food and always food. So the students will get the students to design a menu for the Mango Cafe. We will also look at ways to ask for help and who to ask for help at the school, and as well as how our bodies change and how we use our bodies. The students will share their physical talents, and we'll take videos of each other performing some of those talents, such as doing a cartwheel, anything cool that they feel they can do with their bodies. And then we're going to video that and share it with the prep students at Springwood. Basically, an important date over here to note is the chatterbox task that will commence in week 5. So we will send that email out. It should go out this week with all the information of what it is about and what we need inside the box. And then we will also put a roster down of which child is speaking or is presenting when. So that will all go out. And it does not need to be a 5-minute presentation. It's just 4 objects, and the students just go through each object, and that's it. So not too much pressure for the children. Right, and then our weekly timetable. This is just to show you what we do and when we do it. As you can see, most mornings are for literacy. eWrite is also part of our literacy program. So during eWrite time, we'll be focusing on vocal productions in the first few weeks of school. And then we'll start teaching sounds in week 4. Vocal productions is when we look at the pre-reading skills, such as rhyming, clapping, syllables, and all of that. We will, however, start our daily flashcards, flashing of sounds with the students from this week, from week 2. And you are more than welcome to start this at home. You should have the little TLC cards that you purchase from the office. So if you want to just reinforce what they're learning at school, we'll be going over all the single sounds. No digraph sounds at this point. So just all the little single sounds, and we'll go through that with the students every day. Yeah, the main thing to note on our calendar is Wednesdays, the students will need to bring their library books to school. They cannot borrow books if they do not bring their library folder. And then Fridays to wear their house shirts. If you have a look at the calendar, you can see we do PMP when we do math, formation, and unit of inquiry time. Home learning. Home learning will start in week 4. It's not compulsory, but it is highly recommended. We do feel that whatever they're doing at school, and if they can reinforce that at home, it just consolidates everything that they're learning. We will collect their home learning folders in the baskets outside our door every Monday and every Friday. So Fridays we will mark their homework, and we'll start putting all their reading packs together, and we'll hand out those folders on Monday when they come back to school. We should start handing out readers from about week 5, depending if your child is ready. So every child will be met where they're at and given books according to where they're at. So not every child will get a reading pack, perhaps. Some children will, some children won't. It all depends on where your child is at. But we need to learn a few sounds before we start sending the readers out. So that will go out as soon as the students are ready. Uniform. Students are to wear their uniform with pride. This is part of our behavioral expectations of the school. That means that when we wear our uniform, Calvary Sport uniform, we wear it properly. So we have the sport uniform on, except for Friday where they have their house shirts. They'll have their bucket hat on, predominantly black or predominantly white, black or the sports shoes, their white college socks, green sports jumper in the cooler weather, and their college school bag. Unfortunately, we do have a no hat, no play. So if the students do not have a hat at school, they unfortunately will not be able to play in the sun. So they'll have to stand in the undercover area. That is just unfortunately a rule at the school too. And then we'll have a look at the dates. So we have a few important dates that we thought we'd just go over with you that you could maybe write down and take note of. So on the 21st of Feb, there's the college photos. That's their school photos. The students will take them down for their photos. All you basically need to prepare is make sure the kids are dressed and ready for school as they should be every day. The 29th of Feb, we'll have the parent talk with Emma Tabakaru. And at the same time, there'll be a junior school disco. The times and more information will go out closer to the time. On the 7th of March, we've got Grandparents' Day. If you want to start booking the grandparents to come over, that would be great. Grandparents are invited to come. The 12th and 14th of March, we have parent-teacher interviews. So that's when you will book in to come and see myself or Mrs. L and have a conversation of how your child is going at school. So some general information, which I think is probably the most important part of this whole presentation. So drop off in the morning and settling children in the morning. So as we said in our video earlier in the week, we asked that the parents please just drop and go. It just makes it easier for the kids to settle. So there'll be someone on duty from 8 o'clock. You're welcome to drop them off and leave and let them settle. When the first bell rings, the students are expected to go to the bathroom and get ready. By the second bell, they should be seated and ready, lined up, ready to go inside the classroom. Birthdays, we allow cakes, ice blocks, and treats. Just organize with us beforehand, and we usually do it as a whole cohort. So we don't just do it per class. If you're going to bring treats in, we usually do it for all of the prep students, and we sit together and we all celebrate the birthday. So that's quite an exciting time for the students. They feel very special. Allergies, we do have some students with nut allergies, so we do ask for you to please be mindful of that. No Nutella, peanut butter, muesli bars. Just be mindful of the students who do have allergies. Uniform, as we know, please label uniform. There's a lot of lost property at the school already, and a lot of the times the students' water bottles or hats are not labeled, and then it's very expensive to replace. Spare clothes, please keep a spare set of school shorts and underwear in a plastic bag in your child's school bag in case they do have an accident. Tuck shop. So tuck shop is collected and delivered to the classroom at first break only. So when you order, we will fetch the bucket with the prep A lunch there in first break. So if you order a fruit snack from the tuck shop in the morning, they will not have it for fruit snack time because it only comes at first break and our fruit snack is before first break. So just be mindful when you are ordering things from the tuck shop that, when the students will get it, they will only get it at first break. We have had in the past where the students are expecting their fruit snack from the tuck shop at fruit snack time, and it doesn't come at that time. And then the students are not allowed to make direct purchases from the tuck shop. So they are not allowed to go there and buy their own lunch. So you can either order it through the tuck shop app, or you can order it at the tuck shop in the morning when you drop your child off for school. And then late arrivals and early departures, please sign in at the office. So if you are running late or you are fetching your child early, please sign them out at the office. They will call me and I will send your child to the office to be picked up. No students are to be picked up from the classroom. So that it means even if you're early, you cannot fetch your child from the classroom. Please go to reception and sign them out. And then also at the end of the day, we walk to the Western car park and they are collected from the Western car park. So no students are collected from the classroom. If you are late, also just go to reception, sign in, and you may bring your child to the classroom. All right, and then bell time. So the high school bell goes at 8:30, and then the junior school bell goes at 8:35. that's when they need to go to the bathroom and get ready for the day. And 8:40, we will take the students into the classroom. Online programs that we teach. So with reading and with math, we also have some extra programs that we use in the classroom. So we'll use them during rotations, and we'll also send a login information home where your child can log in and also have a go at continuing this program at home. So we've got Math Seeds and Reading Eggs. There'll be one login for both of those programs, and we will send that out this week. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, you may bring it to the information evening, and hopefully we can answer all of your questions. Thank you. Bye.